Hello everybody, it's Jack from Witchy Ways and welcome to my next video, episode 3. Now, apologies, I had trouble with the part 2 of episode 2. Had it all ready, was really organised, and then it decided to delete itself. Well, I think I deleted it by accident, but yeah, so that's kind of what happened. So so this video is going to be a little spell, a little ritual for kind of a do-it-yourself protection spell. This spell is really easy and it just helps to strengthen your aura and keep any negative energy away or remove any from yourself, your space, whatever you want. So it's a really, really good spell to do. Now, do bear in mind, guys, if you're experiencing negativity or you feel you need to protect yourself from negativity all the time, just have a little look at why you think that could be. You might be emitting something out into the universe and it's coming back to you in threefold. So just be aware of that before you do. But if you don't feel you are, but you still need a bit of help protecting yourself, then this is a spell for you. Now, again, disclaimer that obviously these are my opinions and my beliefs, and everything I do on this page is from my own experience, and I don't want to force it upon anybody else or put that stigma onto anybody else. So do bear in mind we're all different, we all have our own opinions, and that's absolutely fine. And do make sure, guys, that you do practice candle safety. You don't leave them on when you're not in the room, and that you are safe and you handle them with care, because fire is dangerous, as we know. So without any further warning, let's get on with the video. Okay everybody, so when you've cleared your altar space or your space where you're going to be doing your spell work, we're going to start with our protection spell. Now, the best times to do this in the week would be Tuesday, a Thursday, a Saturday, because they're really good days for the intention of protection. Now, timings of the moon, you can do this whenever. I like to do it weekly, but it's probably best to do it in either the phase of the full moon or the waxing moon, because remember, you're trying to bring in protection. But you could also do it on the waning, because you're ridding yourself of any negative energy. So it kind of works for all three. So we're going to start first by smudging the space and just setting our intention. So I'm just going to start by lighting my incense stick. I'm going to be lighting that incense stick, which is proving harder today than it has done. Try again. Okay. So when you've got your incense stick lit, you're going to very gently kind of wave it around the space. If you've got your smudge bowl that you would use for your sage, you can use that and have that with you for just to collect any ashes that come from it. And you're just going to take it around the space, setting that intention, pushing away that negative energy. And I'm going round my crystals, because my crystals are in my space. I'm cleansing and smudging and removing any energy. I'm just making sure I've gone around all my space. And I like to smudge and sage as I go. Every time I add a new element, I like to make sure that it's clean. So that's your space all clean. Now I'm just going to pop this here, and I'm actually just going to pop it, if it'll stand, just on here. Just so then the ashes will just fall into the bowl. So now we're going to take our Tiger's Eye crystals, which for me represent strength and protection. But if you don't have Tiger's Eye crystals, please feel free to use any crystals at all. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. So I'm just going to pop them on my altar so you can see. And I'm just going to be smudging around the crystals, making sure that they get lots of beautiful incense smoke to cleanse and clear any negative energy around them. So I'm setting that intention in my head from the beginning that I'm doing this spell, I'm doing this ritual work to help remove any negativity and kind of bring a shield around my body. So I'm just really cleansing and clearing. And I prefer sage in an incense rather than on its own. I just like the smell better. So again, just placing that there. So I've got my crystals ready to go. So now we're going to take our black salt and we're going to create a little circle where our oil burner is going to be going. So I've got my black salt. All I've done is I've got some normal table salt and then I've added some charcoal and some incense ash to make it into my own black salt. So I'm going to make a little circle of black salt. And this is the first time that I've actually done it on my altar itself. I've normally done it on just my desk, just to have a bit more space. It's quite nice doing it on my altar for you guys today. So you're just creating a rough circle, doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Just a bit more here. There we go. So that's my circle with my black salt. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place my oil burner in the centre and hope it fits. It does. In the centre. And then I'm going to place my crystals in the directions. So we've got the earth, we've got air, we've got fire, and we've got water. Now at this stage, I will have to, I'm going to light a candle so that I can keep lighting my smudge and my incense. So I'm just going to light this candle. So always be fire safe, guys. Always light your candles responsibly. Don't leave them unattended. And I'm just going to again light the incense. And then again, go round here. Look, I'm creating a circle. I'm smudging inside and around my oil burner. And I'm creating already this protective circle around all my crystals, around all my workspace. Could even do the candle. Okay, so I'm creating this beautiful energy of protection and shield around. So again, once you're happy that you cleansed all your crystals, place it back on your abalone shell. Good. So next we are going to now add the olive oil. So we are going to light a tea light now. And we're going to place it inside the oil burner. Now I'm going to borrow a flame from this candle. There we go. And I'm just going to pop it inside and just let that candle get started. So next I'm now going to, after I've lit my tea light and the top's on the oil burner, I'm now going to be adding the next element, which is our oil. So I'm going to add the oil so it can heat up. So just pouring that into the oil burner. And we're just allowing that to heat up and get ready for adding the herbs. Now, because I've added a new element here, I'm going to smudge again. So every time I like to keep setting that intention of protection, of white light, keeping that circle protected. Good. Okay, we're now going to add next the blended herbs and oils. So, in my little pestle and mortar, I have some cloves, I have some rosemary, which are really beautiful herbs for protection. So they're going to go in. Now, you can grind them together, but I'm just going to add them whole, and you can already smell that beautiful flavour and smell. And I'm also going to add some frankincense oil as well, because again I feel like this helps with protection and cleansing. So I'm just going to add some drops into the herbs. Do about 5. And then that's going to then be mixed together, just to give the herbs a bit of a move around. Smells really good. And then these herbs are going to go into the oil very carefully. And what you'll find is that you start to get a beautiful aroma of rosemary, clove and frankincense. So I've added those to the oil that's heating up as we speak. And again, added a new element, just like that again. So I'm going to cleanse the area of any negative energy. Now this spell is a really good one to do if you feel somebody's been rather negative to you, or you feel that your body is in need of protection. It's a really, really great one, guys, to do. So, after this bit, we're nearly done. That's a very, very quick spell. It doesn't need a lot of time to do at all. We are finally going to add our star anise. Now, when you have your star anise, guys, try and make sure that you've got all the points needed, because that's going to represent the 5 points of the pentagram of the elements. And all you're going to do, you're going to pop the star anise on top, kind of like crowns it, and you can see that beautiful pentagram at the top. And then I always like to say a little prayer at the end of the ritual. So I'm going to kneel down for this and just place my hands around. I call upon the energy of this ritual to bring faith and bring forth a veil of protection. May this light strengthen and repair my aura, shielding and protecting me from all forms of negativity. I harm none and follow the rule of 3. This is my will, so mote it be. Thank you. I close this ritual. And you can feel the energy here. This beautiful protective circle. Now, after this ritual is done, I'll allow the candles to go out, and I will allow my incense to go out, and then you can just let this burn. You can meditate on that prayer, you can meditate with the smell of the essential oil and the beautiful herbs, as long as you want to. And it does, the smell lasts a couple of days. It's really, really good. So you can always blow the candle out inside if it gets a bit too strong. And then again, light the candle and keep everything where it is for the next day. So that's my protection spell. So it's just giving you a nice, beautiful, strong aura and shield. It's repairing any tears or damages. And it's shielding you from negativity. But do remember, guys, that you get back what you put out. So before you do this spell, if you feel like you're having negativity around you all the time, just do have a look at yourself and your inner being and see what you're putting out to the universe. Because it could be something very simple, or it could be something where you do need a gentle protection spell. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and all have a go at the spell. Now remember, you don't need all the tools that I have. You can, you know, change the stones for any stones that you find protective, like black tourmaline or obsidian. I mean, quartz. You could ask quartz to take the form of tiger's eye, black obsidian, etc. And again, I don't have a black candle, so I just use a white one, because a white candle is really good to substitute for any colour. So it's a really good candle to have. So again, I hope you've enjoyed this video on witchy ways, and love and light to you all, and I shall see you all soon.